What second? You know, we lost. In other words, in California, tens and thousands of young people stood up, not young people, and working people and unions stood up and took on an establishment which has run that party for a very long time.
And you lost.
Yes. We were not successful this time.
Well, it's called losing, yeah.
Well, when you take on people who have an enormous amount of power, you do not win on your first shot. You know what's in the Democratic platform? 90% of what I campaigned on. Do you know the legislation that's coming forth from Democrats right now? Very much what I campaigned on. We just last week introduced legislation that would raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. We are fighting and will introduce legislation with national support to guarantee health care to all people through a Medicare for all single-payer system. So if your point of view is that overnight you can bring a political revolution to the United States, I don't think so. I never thought so, and I don't think no serious political observer thinks so. Is the momentum with us? Damn right it is.
And is that your way of... Is that your way of signing to me and this audience and the world that you have no intention of backing down? You are going to be running for president again?
No, I didn't say that at all. What I said...
Well, you said, you know, this is a long-term process. One shot, you said, does not solve this problem.
No, I didn't say one shot. What I said is that one campaign is not going to change the world. Look, we are taking on an establishment. That means we're taking on a Republican Party that is backed by multi-billionaires who have endless amounts of money to spend. We are taking on a Democratic Party, which for the last 30 years has moved to the right, lost its contact with working people and young people. Now, do you think overnight we're going to bring victory? We're not.